opens up with the University of Arkansas Pine Bluffs this Thursday, and in theory, it should not be a game. That should not be a problem. UAPB is not a very good FCS team at all. They went 2-9 last year, so if Arkansas does struggle with them, that's not great, right? But I'm not anticipating that. But in theory, they should not have any problem with them this upcoming week, or I guess this Thursday. It's Monday or Tuesday, depending when you're watching this video. But even with that said, even with an opponent that you are superior to in every way, shape, and form, I still want to talk about Taylen Green. I still want to talk about what do you want to see from Taylen Green when you're playing competition like UAPB, right? What do you want to see from him in the first start of his Arkansas career, the first start with Coach Petrino, right? What do you want to see from him? Or number one, I would say hopefully not too much, right? That's the first thing that I would say and mention. I don't want to see too much from Arkansas's offense. I don't want to see too much from Taylen Green because I want them to have a comfortable lead. I want them to be able to have a big lead without having to show or needing to show too much, right? I want Taylen Green to hand the ball off a lot and maybe throw some quick passes, right? If I'm being honest, right? But number one, I don't want to see too much from Taylen Green. I want them to have a comfortable lead without needing to show too much. I still want him to run the offense. I still want him to get comfortable, get his feet wet, but I don't want to see too much from an Arkansas fan, right? There's 4 more keys I want to talk about as well. Number 2, which is just as important as number 1, just stay healthy. I want to stay healthy. It's UAPB. They shouldn't need you to perform like Superman to beat them. I want you to stay healthy, right? Number 3, I don't want you to use your legs too much. That goes hand in hand with number 1 and number 2. I want you to hand the ball off and then have some quick throws and not have to use your legs. I don't want you to take any unnecessary hits. And if you do use your legs, just get out of bounds or slide, right? Save the hits for next week when you have Oklahoma State in the SEC schedule and more better teams coming up because Arkansas needs Taylen Green this season, to surprise people. Right. So number 1, again, we got 5 keys I want to see from Taylen Green against UAPB. Number 1, I don't want to see too much. Number 2, I just want you to stay healthy. And how do you do that is by point number 3, not using your legs. Don't use your legs too much. If you do use your legs, just don't get hit. Right. Number 4, what I want to see from Taylen Green is just let your other playmakers, let your receivers, your running backs, your tight ends, let your supporting cast do all the work. You have superior athletes everywhere, and you are probably the best athlete in the whole field, right? So let's not use you because you have superior athletes everywhere to every position that UAPB has. So just get rid of the ball quickly, let them do all the work that they need to do, and let them take it to the house. Get a bunch of yak yards, right? So get rid of the ball quickly. Don't do too much. Let them do all the work. Let your athletes do all the work. And number 5, the last thing I want to see of Taylen Green against UAPB is on the bench in the fourth quarter. I want the game to be 5, 6, 7 touchdowns going into the fourth quarter. And I want Taylen Green to be on the bench, just resting, relaxing, getting his feet wet, feeling comfortable, knowing that he got his first game under Petrino's offense. Use this as an expedition, as a preseason game, is what you truly want to use this game as a preseason game, right? So with that said, just to recap these 5 reasons, which is not rocket science by any means, right? But number 1, I don't want to see too much from Taylen Green or the offense in general. I want them to have a comfortable lead without going into their bag. Number 2, I want to see you stay healthy. Number 3, I don't want to see your legs. I want you to run the offense without having to use your legs. Number 4, get the ball out quickly to your superior athletes, superior to UAPB. And then number 5, I want to see you on the bench in the fourth quarter and just being able to already start prepping for the next week, already start reviewing what you did good, what you did bad against UAPB. Those are the 5 keys I want to see. And I'm going to show just one clip of the spring game because I think it does a good job demonstrating the type of plays I want to see from Taylen Green over and over again against UAPB. Now, this is going to be completely opposite when they play Oklahoma State next week. And you still have to take care of business against UAPB. I mean, we saw Arkansas almost lose to Missouri State, right? And that's when Petrino was there just a few years ago. But still, you still have to take care of business. You don't want to take any team too lightly. But at the same time, you should be able to handle business by following these 5 keys without showing too much. With that said, we're going to dive in just a one quick clip of Taylen Green. It's going to be one of the more boring throws from the spring game, but these are the type of throws I want to see over and over again for Taylen Green against UAPB. Right. So let's go ahead and look at this clip and we'll watch this clip and then we'll wrap this video up. All right, so this is the only throw. Let's see if I can move myself a little bit. Can I move up here? All right. So I'm using a new video annotator thing, so it's a little bit different. So I apologize if it's kind of funky. But this is the only throw I want to see from Taylen Green, right? I don't want to see anything crazy. I don't want you to have to showcase anything you don't want to showcase. I just want the ball to come out quick and let your receivers do the rest. Go ahead and play for us. Right? Yeah, just get the ball out quickly, right? Easy throw. Let your guy do all the hard work. You shouldn't have to do anything, especially against UAPB. These are all I want. This is from the spring game, by the way. Just get the ball out quickly, and we're going to see the receiver catches it at the 30, let's call it 3, makes the guy miss, boom, boom, good move, and then gets up to maybe the 40, maybe 5-6 yards after the catch, right? So I want to see more than that against UAPB, right? But if you can just do this over and over and over again, okay, maybe 6 or 7. If you can do this over and over again, that's all you need to do. Again, I don't want to see him running. I don't want to see him even taking a bunch of deep shots. I don't want to see him have to pass. Now, you should be able to beat UAPB without passing, at least deep shots. But I get it. You want him to get comfortable still. You want him to run through the offense. You want him to view this as a preseason game. But as far as the type of throws you need to make, this is all you need to do. Don't show too much, but get comfortable, run the offense, and then in the fourth quarter, I want you on the bench, being up by 6 or so touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, 7s, whatever. Be up by a good amount so you can go ahead and start getting ready for Oklahoma State. Go ahead and start breaking down the film of UAPB, what you did right, what you did wrong, and then get prepared for Oklahoma State, right? But Arkansas fans, SEC fans, I want to hear from you. One, what do you want to see from Taylen Green against UAPB? Again, I don't want to be too dismissive, but UAPB is a 2-9 FCS club. You should have no problem. If you do have problems, then Arkansas's got bigger problems than people thought. But again, in theory, you should be fine. But let me know what your thoughts are below. What do you want to see from Taylen Green? How long do you want to see him play? What type of plays do you want to see? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And again, if this is your first time watching, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. It does help the channel grow. We'll be having SEC quarterback content every week, multiple times a week. And we're going to have a live show starting this week, several live shows talking about SEC quarterbacks. So like, share, subscribe, follow us along. We'll see you next time. Peace.